What is going on, everyone? We're back in our Bears franchise in Madden 17. Week 2 is here, 0-1 on the season. A very, very tough loss last week against the Seahawks, but looking to rebound today as we take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, we did lose Jamison Salisbury last week. He's going to be out 4 weeks. Higbee is going to be out 4 weeks still as well. So already 2 guys missing, but a big time here for the rookie Henry Lacy to step up and fill that void at middle linebacker. We'll see how he does today. Now, we still have that offer on the bottom for Danny Trevathan, and we got to think about whether or not we trade him away. We'll see how Lacy plays here over the next couple weeks, and then see once Salisbury comes back. But Brett Hundley coming into the game for the Chiefs, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in Week 1 in their loss. But 1st and 10 here as they will take over. First play action, immediate pressure coming, and it's going to be Barker, the strong safety, the backup coming in for the sack. So 2nd and 19 already, a long ways to go for the Chiefs and Brett Hundley, and here he is going to face pressure again as the defense ruthless to start this game out. Cecil Rudd in for the sack. So 3rd and 33 now, and they have resigned on this drive as the fullback dive by Sherman going to go 4 yards, and they will punt the ball. So into the game, Zach Dudley, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Didn't necessarily play bad last week, but also didn't necessarily play very good, as that Seahawks game was an absolute battle. But one guy that did play good last week, Melvin Gordon, coming off of a 100-yard rushing day, over 200 yards of total offense, and he is continuing where he left off last week. Is already to the 50 here, and he's got a couple of first downs. Now 1st and 10 as it's going to be Dudley throwing, as he is eventually going to find Daniel Braverman, who is going to get close to the first down. I think he's going to be a little bit short. Yes, only picks up 9 on the play. Now 2nd and 2 here, and it's going to be Dudley finding Tyreek Hill on a wheel route, and this is an absolute rocket of a pass. Nice catch by Tyreek Hill as well. The concentration to stay in bounds. So now 2nd and 11 as we're looking to take this lead. A quick pass to Alshon Jeffrey as he will get down to the 1-yard line. Dudley, a nice first drive here, 5 for 5, but looking to finish this drive off 3rd and inches as we're going to go with a handoff to the big man Forston, but he is going to be swallowed up in the backfield. No gain, so 4th and 1. I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going for it. Now, maybe bad play call here as the Chiefs defense did seem to be set up well for that QB sneak. Probably should have changed the play, but a big gamble, and it's not going to pay off. So Chiefs with the ball here, and LaShawn McCoy, their running back, is going to take this 2nd and 5 carry from the 7 all the way out to the 41, 34 yards for him on his first carry. So the Chiefs looking better here, but already 3rd down as 3rd and 5, under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's going to be Hundley shotgun looking for that first as he's going to face pressure, and he is going to go down again, and the rookie Lacy in there with Trevathan for the sack. So 1st and 10 as we take back over here. It's going to be Dudley dropping back, looking, and he is going to find, no, that pass, bad pass there. Had Alshon Jeffrey open, but not able to get it to him. So 2nd and 10 now. Dudley going to try and throw again, but here going to face pressure, going to be sacked, going to fumble the ball. And it's the 2nd game in a row that Dudley is going to fumble on a sack as the Chiefs take over here. Short field with their opportunity to take the lead now in the 2nd quarter. But here, Hundley continuing to have problems. Cecil Rudd in for the sack as the Chiefs offensive line, I can see how they lost their first game. Not a great offense so far, but 3rd and 15, looking to go the first down. LaShawn McCoy with the attempt here, but he's going to end up about 5 yards short. Hundley completes his first pass, and the Chiefs get a field goal. So 3-0 lead as here, 2nd and 6. The accuracy issues continuing here for Dudley here in the 2nd quarter. Now 3rd and 6, he's going to find Alshon Jeffrey, but Jeffrey going to be short of the first down here as they're going to call him a yard short. So we give the ball right back to the Chiefs as that first drive started out well, and now everything has gone south. But here a big hit put on by Voorhees Greg, going to force the fumble on McCoy, and Trevathan will recover it. So now our opportunity to take advantage of a turnover here. Quick pass to Daniel Braverman on 2nd 11 is going to get it down to the 32-yard line. 10 of 12 for Dudley, still not a bad start, but now 3rd and 5 going with a halfback screen. It's going to be Melvin Gordon with the catch, and he's looking for the block and not quite going to get it as a lineman could not get out there. That was Lyle Collins, couldn't get out there quick enough. So 1st and 10, it's going to be Dudley looking for Gordon, split out wide, but he cannot quite bring it in. An injury on the play. What is this going to be? And believe it or not, our quarterback went down there. A late hit, no flag, but he is down holding his arm. And you got to be kidding me. Tell me he is not going to be hurt again. 2nd and 10. Here's the pass. First pass from Mike Glennon as that's going to find Cameron Brate down inside the 15. And look at this, Zach Dudley broke his wrist. He doesn't even have a bad injury rating. I think his injury rating's like 93 or 94, but just the bad luck. He continues to get hurt. As 3rd and 1 here, it's going to be Gordon finding the first down. Injury for the Chiefs this time as they pile up here in the second quarter. Now 2nd and goal. It's going to be a pass to Jeffrey into the end zone. Flag on the play. What is this going to be? You can only assume it's holding on the offense, but actually, no. This is holding on the defense. Marcus Peters, that is going to be declined, and that is a touchdown for Alshon Jeffrey. The Bears will take the lead, but this game now kind of has a sullen tone kind of hanging over it after Dudley goes out with the injury. We'll see after the game how long he's going to be out. 1st and 10 as Voorhees Greg coming in. Already has a forced fumble. He's going to pick up a sack there, so 3rd and 23. A minute to go in the first half. This game, not a pretty one so far in the first half, as here on 3rd and 23, the Chiefs just trying to run the clock out, but we will call a timeout, leaving us with one as we try to just expand this lead here heading into halftime. But it's going to be Glennon looking for the throw. Now, we had a throw like this last week, but this one not going to work out quite as well, as Peters is going to get the interception. And now immediately regretting my decision to try and score points before halftime, is now the Chiefs with this completion to Jeremy Maclin down to the 22 is going to put them in position to put points on the board, and they are going to do just that. So what a swing that is. We'll see if that screws us later in the game, as it's going to be just a 1-point lead for us heading into halftime, as this first half, not a good one. 2 fumbles from both teams, a pair of field goals for the Chiefs, 1 touchdown for us that came after a flag, and then, of course, the injury to Dudley. So into the second half here, going to try and rely on Melvin Gordon a little bit more in this half, especially after that poor throw from Glennon. Don't want to really put too much on him, as Gordon doing a good job so far here. 2nd and 5. We are going to throw here with Glennon, as he is going to actually end up not making an attempt there, as he's going to go down to the sack. So both teams getting into the backfield a little bit in this game. Now 3rd and 15. Forced to throw now in this situation. It's going to be Glennon throwing it across the middle. He's going to find Tyreek Hill, but he can't hold on to the ball. So now the drops coming into play here as Glennon 3 for 6. We are able to pin the Chiefs deep, so looking for that safety. Not going to get it here. He's going to pick up 2 yards as LaShawn McCoy 93 yards rushing. Now 3rd and 7 as the Chiefs, between the poor offensive line play and then getting pinned deep quite a bit, they have not had good field position in this game, as we're going to stop them once again. So 4th and 7, we're seeing the punt. Tyreek Hill, we know what he's capable of, and look at this, kicking it to the left. He's got the space. He's got someone chasing after him, but look at this speed from Tyreek Hill. Just runs by a guy with the angle on him. 60 yards for the punt return touchdown, and that is exactly what we needed in this game. As 2nd and 12 now for the Chiefs. They're down 14-6, and things not looking good for them. LaShawn McCoy going the wrong direction there. Now 3rd and 16 as we have under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be play action. Hundley takes a hit as he throws, but it's going to complete that pass, but not going to be enough for the first down. A couple yards short, so seeing a punt again here. 4th and 3. Can Tyreek Hill do this again? Back-to-back punt return TDs, as he's got the room off that left side again. We need that block, though. We're not going to get it. Leonard Floyd couldn't get it. I don't think we would have made it anyways. There's a couple other guys right there, but still great field position here as we started at the 44, hand off to Melvin Gordon, and Melvin Gordon making it look easy in this game, down to the 31. Only 10 carries for him, but he's got 54 yards, making the most of his opportunities. Now 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with the reception will take it down to the 20-yard line, as Mike Glennon, not a great game so far, just 4 of 8, but now 2nd and 10 play action. We're going to find it Tyreek Hill, as he'll pick up 4 on the play, as that is now going to set up a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw for it here. It's going to be Glennon looking some time to throw, and he's going to find Melvin Gordon. Takes a big hit, but holds on to it, gets the first down. So now we have it here, 2nd and goal in the 4th quarter. Now it's going to be Glennon handed it off to Marquise Forston, and Forston taking a hit there, picks up a couple yards, going to get 3 on the play. So now 3rd and goal, looking for that touchdown. The quick pass, the slant route. Alshon Jeffrey falling in, and he's going to fall into the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the game for Alshon Jeffrey. It's now a 21-6 score, and this one at this point, even with 9 minutes, feels like it's pretty well in hand for us here. 3rd and 3, the Chiefs unable to get the first down here, so we'll get the ball back. One more opportunity. Melvin Gordon with this one. The spin move breaks 1 tackle. Melvin Gordon off to the races here. Someone's giving chase though, and he is not going to catch him. Melvin Gordon breaks 1 more tackle as well and takes this one all the way 76 yards. One of the more impressive runs we have seen from Melvin Gordon, as he absolutely turned on the burners there on that one. So that is your game. Now looking at the numbers, and not pretty from the QBs. Dudley was 11 of 14 for 94, not bad for him before he went out. But Brett Hundley, 5 for 15, just 63 yards. Mike Glennon, 7 of 12, 59 yards. did have 2 touchdowns, but threw that 1 interception. Now, running backs a little bit better here. LaShawn McCoy, 18 for 109. Did have the fumble, though. Melvin Gordon, 12 for 127 and a touchdown. And Devin Booker, 7 for 24. The wide receivers not looking good like the QBs, although Alshon Jeffrey, what a game for him. 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 4 for 46. And Daniel Verman just 2 for 15. On defense, it is going to be Lacey, the rookie, leading us with 10 tackles. Voorhees Greg with 3 tackles for loss. 2 sacks for Cecil Rudd. 1 for Voorhees Greg. And I mean, honestly, a lot of guys with sacks. Lacey had 1, Barker had 1, and then the 1 interception coming from Marcus Peters. MVP this game, I'm giving shine to the defense here. Voorhees Greg, 8 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. The guy was all over the place in this game, so I'm going to give him MVP. Easily could have given it to Melvin Gordon again this week, but the defense played so well against the Chiefs, so I'm going to reward Voorhees Greg with MVP. Now, after the game, here is the bad news. 5 weeks is what Zach Dudley is going to be out with that broken wrist, so obviously that not as big of an injury as he had last year in week 1, but still that's a big injury as we now have just 2 healthy quarterbacks on the roster and really only 1 worth playing, and that is going to be Mike Glennon. Now, I'm going to say right now we are not in the same situation we were in last year where we went all in and traded for Tony Romo. I'm not going to trade for a QB again. I'm going to give Mike Glennon a shot, see what he can do here over the next 5 weeks. A lot of you were saying that you wanted me to give Mike Glennon the shot last season before we traded for Tony Romo. I'm going to try that this year. I don't think we have this. Well, we definitely don't have the surplus of picks like we did last year in the pieces to be able to trade for someone like Tony Romo. We don't have a lot of cap room to take on a big contract for one of those older QBs that maybe one of these teams would be willing to part with. Now, I'm not going to completely rule it out, though. We'll see what happens here over the next couple weeks. Next week is going to be a big tell for how this is going to work as we have the Lions at home. They are 1-1 on the season. Early in the season, obviously, with him only being out 5 weeks, that's not as big of a deal. I think last year he was out 8 or 9 weeks with his injury, so that's a little bit better only being out 5 weeks, but still that's a big chunk of games there. So if we have any problems, obviously, it could screw us later on in the season, especially as we try to get back into that 1 or 2 seed, get that first round bye, and make it back into the playoffs. So I'll take a look around, see what teams maybe have any sort of surplus at QB, and we'll see what happens in that Lions game next time, and then we'll go from there. So unfortunate game. We did get the win. We lose our starting quarterback, but obviously we have pretty well experience with losing starters, so I think we will be okay. Next time, Lions. That is it for this one, though. If you enjoyed it, please go and give it a like. I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.